freaks and geeks out there in podcast land. It's Wednesday, February the 8th, and you know what that means. Welcome, freaks and geeks, to another smoke-filled and jam-packed episode of the Doctor's Orders podcast with the 512 Foot Doctor. The podcast where I meet with some of the most creative and influential people that I know to share stories from the ride of life. As always, I'm your host, the 512 Foot Doctor, coming at you live and direct from the one and only studio of Life or Death. If you're a returning freak or geek, thank you very much for checking back into our regularly scheduled appointment. And if you're new here, tuning in for the first time, welcome to the Freaks and Geeks family. Freaks and Geeks, episode number 29. We're keeping on churning here at the fucking podcast. I told you that when we made the fucking return. It's all a rebuild. Major fucking rebuild. Episode number 29. We continued to keep it fucking original. Brought back a previously, a guest who's been on the show more than once. A regular recurring guest, all right? This time, Freaks and Geeks, we packed up the fucking equipment, packed it all up, packed up the fucking dogs, headed out east to chill with our buddy, a friend of ours, a fucking funny friend of ours. Had a good little weekend, short little weekend out there. Got to drink beers, do our thing, you know. Got to fuck around on some fucking instruments out there, put a little grooves, put a few grooves back, if I may. And then we dropped a dope-ass little podcast. Good conversation, funny as fuck. Without further ado, episode number 29 of the podcast. Our friend, Douglas Haseman. Here we go. All right, Doug, this is it. Episode number 29. Thanks for being here. We talked previously, in some of your past appearances, about doing this little Texas tour. We're making it happen.
I'm glad it finally happened.
It's official, man. So welcome back to the fucking podcast. But you got me in at your crib. So we're doing this. Yeah. This is on the road. We're out in Houston and just really digging it, man. Solid fucking setup you got here. But excited to talk with you about some local stuff. Excited to catch up, get back to the Freaks and Geeks and wrap this one up. We're going to do 30 total episodes, so this is 29. It's almost pushing the verge of the end of what was and what will be Volume 3 of the Doctor's Orders podcast with the 512 Foot Doctor, coming at you live in effect from Houston, Texas. But, man, let's get into this thing. We've been chilling just in Houston. I want to talk to you a little bit about the Houston update, because, I mean, you've made appearances on this fucking podcast before, but now we're here. It's live. Tell the Freaks and Geeks about where you're living at, because this is a dope-ass little just area in general, but fill us in on that info.
So I guess it's hard to describe. You asked me earlier, and I was like, I guess it's West U, but I call it Montrose usually. Mm-hmm. It's close enough to Montrose, but it's kind of between Montrose and River Oaks and, Museum District area. So it's really cool. Lots of college kids, lots of, rich people, lots of shit to do, which is awesome. Shit to do.
That walking distance for sure.
Oh, yeah. And you got to try my favorite Chinese place, dude. Peking.
Yeah, definitely hit it up, Freaks and Geeks. If you're ever in the Houston area, hit up
If you like
Peking.
Greasy Chinese food, it's the spot.
It's slammed. Sure. You talked to me about it previously, and finally I was excited when you dropped that, and it's that close. Fuck yeah. So, fill us in on the latest scoop of what's fucking going down in Houston, what's fucking changing, what's coming back to life, what's fucking gone that you miss. Fill us in on that.
Well, this isn't Houston specific, but I just saw today that the Mellow Mushroom in the Heights closed.
Yeah,
that was one of my first jobs. I really like that place. I mean, the one that closed actually wasn't that great, so that's probably why it's closed. But I still like the option to have it. But yeah, recently. There's a couple restaurants closing and moving around, but it's not as much it's more, restaurant owners moving money around that they got during the pandemic. So there's a lot of new stuff popping up, more new stuff popping up than old stuff going away.
Yeah.
So we didn't go to very many new spots. I told you about a couple, but I didn't, wanted to go with the tried and true.
Man, all those fucking spots you took me today were fucking sick. That pizza spot
Oh,
slammed, taco joints fucking slammed, and just walking distance from this area, just out of sight, dude. I really fuck with it.
Yeah, Houston, if you're going to come to Houston, just eat. Like, there's different shit to do in different cities, but in Houston, it's all about the restaurants, dude. The restaurant scene and just the diversity of people here, just makes, like, a big, diversity of food. Like, with the Chinese food, I like that, greasy Americanized Chinese food. Mm-hmm. But if you want, like, authentic Chinese food, it's easy to find that in Houston. Authentic Vietnamese food, Thai food, fucking anything.
They got that Viet crawfish?
Oh, yeah. We got a bunch of that. We could have hit that. It's crawfish season. We could have hit one of those up. They're BYOB, a lot of them.
No shit.
So you walk in with a cooler and just, go to town. I actually did that before a comedy contest. One of the videos I have on YouTube was right after me and my girlfriend at the time and her brother went and just ate, like, just an insane amount of crawfish. Yeah. Like, I don't know. We probably put 10 to 15 pounds down between three of us.
Yeah.
And then I was all drunk on fucking... I was drinking micheladas, the Modelo micheladas.
For sure.
And then I went up and did a show. I'm like, I have like Satan in my stomach. It's just like
brewing.
Bubbling, dude. I bet my mouth was still red from being all spicy. I probably looked like I had chapped lips.
Fucking tails and seasonings is all you were made of at that point in time. God damn it. Yeah, that fucking Viet crawfish is crazy, man. It's all saucy.
Oh,
and it's got shit.
Comes out in a bag. It looks like a fucking big old bag of drugs.
Yeah.
That's better than drugs, though.
Man, that's some stuff right there.
We could hit that up before you leave if you want.
No shit. My only thing with the crawfish, and I know everybody already says this, so I'm not going to say the whole, like, work versus the amount of meat that you get, but your fucking fingers are dank for like a day.
Yeah, don't pee, dude. Don't pee after that. You get that CD, dude. That crawfish dick. But fucking, I haven't done a crawfish yet, and I think I'd probably be a little embarrassed to do it. But I have no shame. I've been at a gig, like to play bass, and I'll throw on rubber gloves. I'll ask the people selling food, like, can I have a glove? Yeah. And I'll put a rubber glove on and eat my taco with a rubber glove. That way I just take the glove off. I don't have to go find a sink and hope that the soap worked good enough to get whatever I ate.
With like tacos and shit, you got the fucking cilantro, you got the fucking lime, and you got the onions and shit, so it definitely
permeates,
gets in there too.
I still got it. I use Dawn, and it's still...
Yeah,
I can
over
still
those last tacos?
Yeah, dude.
Last tacos are slammer, man. Fucking for sure. All right, so, like... Tell us something, keeping with the fucking Houston thing, tell us something like you're looking forward to. Or what's like a yearly event that holds like a place in your heart that's specific to fucking Houston that they throw, that they get down with?
Let me think. I mean, it would be so easy to say the road. Oh, Art Car Parade. Easy.
Oh, yeah. I've always wanted to go to that.
It's sick.
Tell me about that. Have you been?
Yeah, but they have an Art Car Museum. I've been to the museum a couple times. Yeah. I think the people that live next to me have something to do with that.
Really?
That's why if you look in their, like, behind their house, they have that whole, like, it says, like, folk art. They have, like, a whole folk art sign and stuff.
Yeah.
I think they're involved with that. And some, like, because it's, like, a foundation that does that shit. And I don't know anything about all that. They probably do some great stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But, yeah, it's basically... As far as I can tell, it's like weirdo old people that like to... Like, remember I was telling you about my grandma doing the Bob Ross paintings?
Yeah.
It's people that are like my grandma, which there's a lot of in Houston, which is like weirdo artists.
Yeah.
And a lot of older people. Like, there's
Weirdos
a few
are great, though.
weirdo artists, younger people, but in Houston specifically, there's a lot of like 60, 70, maybe even 80-year-old people that are just like eccentric, which is so cool to me. Like, because you would think that at a certain point you get so old it gets beaten out of you. But most of the people that do the Art Car Parade are pretty old.
How long's that shit been going on for? Is definitely.
I don't know.
Since
you could look it up. Yeah, since I can remember. But it was definitely less popular. It's more popular now than when I was a kid. But I only knew about it when I was a kid because my grandma was so into it.
Yeah. What's when is it? Tell us about that exact date.
Oh, man, I don't even know. It's in June or May or something. I don't even know.
I'm looking up shit on it right now. Do you know that artist that did the St. Arnold's Art Car can? He's a big Houston head. Do you remember what his name is?
No. But I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's not Duel.
No, it's not
Duel. Because I follow a few Houston artists.
Yeah. It says the parade has been a Houston tradition since 1988.
Oh, yeah, right before I was born.
when 40 decorated vehicles were featured during the Houston International Festival. The first art car parade took place on May 14th, 1986. Okay, when 11 vehicles participated in a parade downtown Montrose Boulevard.
Yeah, we were just there. We were just on Montrose
damn.
Boulevard.
Within the Neartown area. That's
Neartown baseball. Remember that baseball field over
park?
there? Yeah.
No,
that's
shit.
Neartown baseball, Little League or whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where that is.
That's dope.
So, this is kind of like this is one of those areas. Actually, this in the Heights pretty much is where all the weirdo old people live.
Yeah. I'm looking up the artist of that can. I want to check that out.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, let me know, because I know what you're talking about, and I just learned that he did that because it was like the anniversary of Art Car or whatever. Yeah. So they posted about it, and I was like, whoa, I didn't know he painted that.
It's Houston graffiti artist Gonzo247.
Yeah.
So shout out to fucking Gonzo247. You also definitely check him out. He did the St. Arnold's Art Car IPA can, and it's all tagged up. It's a favorite of fucking the Foot Doctors and of fucking Douglas Haseman's. It's a fucking solid beer.
It's a staple.
It comes out at like 7.1, 7.2. I think it's 7.1, right? If I'm correct, it's fucking 7.1.
Yeah, I've seen it be both. Yeah, it's definitely over 7. It might even be 6.9.
No.
It's over 7?
Yeah, it's definitely 7 for sure. But yeah, that's a jammer of a fucking IPA. That's my go-to during football season for sure. Some of you know that.
If you're trying to take a football nap, that's a beer to do it too, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I get about
7.1 for sure. 7.1.
Okay. Yeah, I get about 75% through an art car, and it's nap time, dude. 100%.
No, that fucking beer will I don't want to say ruin you because it's a fucking amazing beer, but you go fucking 6, 7 of those deep. Ooh,
I can't even go 4 deep on that.
Yeah.
I've never been able to go deep on the heavy IPAs. Because honestly, my stomach gets full before I could go deep. But also, so I just throw up. Like if I one time, I think I told you about the time I went to fucking Moon Tower, that like hot dog burger place we went to one time. Last time, we haven't eaten that much. Audience. That would be pretty badass if we had 4 meals today, though. But yeah, so I was there. I met up with John and Janae. Mm-hmm. I met up with them there. And,
hold on, tell us about those two. Because we're on the fucking podcast.
They're married. Now. Yeah, I forget that not everybody knows. I'm just assuming everybody listening to this is like my friend, but maybe not. So that's John and Janae are married. They're in my band. They're singers and songwriters in my band. And they also own a sick auto parts store.
No shit.
R&L Auto.
R&L Auto.
Yeah, in Mont Bellevue. So
shout
for
out
all
to
your
R&L Auto
parts needs, you probably get a little family discount if you mention this podcast.
No shit.
But anyway, so I met up with them at Moon Tower.
Oh wait, hold on, fucko. You didn't drop the name of the fucking band.
Oh, Bird Law. I forgot. Bird Law. BYRD Law. We're coming out with some new shit pretty soon. We're about to start recording again. We got a few new, real good new songs that I'm excited about.
Good.
We just had a show last night at Backfish Brewing in Pearland. That was fucking great. And we have I wish I had it off the top of my head. We got a show on Easter, but I don't know where.
It's all good. But look up the fucking dates by the end of the fucking
I can.
pod, and we can fucking plug them. Where were we going with that?
I was talking about throwing up.
Yeah. Okay. We don't do that here, but yeah. Talk about it.
So like
I got a bad history of fucking throw-ups.
Oh, me too. I'm finally to the point in my drinking where I and it's never been an I can't stop issue. Yeah. It's always just been I'm a baby. Like I'm just a fucking fragile man, and so like I get a little too much in my stomach, and I'm like, wah, you know what I mean? But so one time, or they like to meet up on Mondays. Yeah. Their store's closed on Mondays.
This is not the Throw Up podcast, though, by the way. But
go. But it's a great story. So I meet up with them. And at Moon Tower, and it's like 11 a.m. I probably went to sleep at 4 a.m. after work on Sunday night. I worked on Sundays at that time, and then wake up, go straight to Moon Tower. I rode my bike there. Mm-hmm. Actually, no, I did drive. I drove, and then sit down with John and Janae, and they do these 22-ounce beers. I'll show you the mug, and I drank 2 double IPAs, just bloom, 22 ounces. I can't remember. They have a huge tap list. This was years ago.
Yeah.
And dude, I'm sitting there, I'm talking, and I'm hanging out, and I just feel my skin turn white.
No shit.
And I just feel sweaty all over, and I was like, oh no. And even John stopped talking to me. He's talking to me, and he stops, and he's like, oh, dude, you look like shit. And I was like, yeah, man, I feel like shit. And he was like, well, the bathroom's right there, man. And I was like, I'm not gonna make it.
Oh, fuck.
And I just sat. It was at a picnic table.
Gonna make it.
A picnic table in the middle of the bar. I was just like,
shit.
Blah! And the whole bar is staring at me.
God
and I'm just like, I'm so embarrassed. Not even just for me, but for them, my friends that are sitting here at this table with me while I'm throwing up in public.
Fuck.
And I just felt like the biggest piece of shit.
Yeah, it'll do it to you.
But so that's why.
How'd that get started again? What was the?
We're talking about art cars.
No. Like the drink that caused that fucking mayhem.
Double IPAs. Dude.
Oh yeah. Okay.
22 ounces on an empty stomach, no less. That was the reason I brought up the 11 a.m. on a Monday.
Yeah.
Because I don't wake up that early. And I also don't eat breakfast, even if I did wake up that early. So I just thought, I'll have a couple beers and then maybe I'll get a burger.
Yeah.
And I did get a burger, but only because they ordered me one because they were like, you gotta eat something, man.
All right, you don't eat breakfast, but if you had to, what's your go-to breakfast joint and or go-to breakfast cereal?
So breakfast joint here,
or just the plate, the meal, the dish.
Okay, I like a Mexican breakfast personally. So anything in that realm. But if I'm going like standard American, I'd have to say I like bacon over sausage for the most part.
Okay,
there are exceptions, but in general, I'm not a big breakfast sausage fan. I'm going eggs over easy.
Okay,
I like 3, but I can go with 2.
Yeah,
maybe some toast. And some kind of potato. Yeah. I don't like hash browns as much as like breakfast potatoes.
Well, potato bites.
Yeah, those are good.
You throwing fucking butter and jelly on that fucking toast, or what's good?
Not even usually, no. I mean, if I remember, but usually if I'm eating a breakfast like that, I'm inhaling it. It has to get in me right now. So it's like I don't have time to just be rubbing stuff on my toast. I'm
coffee,
trying to
no
eat
coffee,
the toast.
coffee?
Oh, coffee always.
Yeah.
I'll probably have had coffee right before the breakfast. Yeah. And then during, and then again after. I'm a big coffee head.
For the Mexican plate, the Mexican like breakfast, I'm a sucker for fucking a good migas.
Oh, yeah. I don't like migas as much as we're talking. I'm not a big corn tortilla fan.
Oh yeah,
I feel like there's just like all corn tortillas.
Yeah,
and I don't even
it's pretty good.
Want
it's
that
so
in there.
fucking weird. Am I like fucking off? But like, I need like another carby substance to fucking make it make a taco.
Yeah, because the corn tortilla just like doesn't swell in your stomach.
And I can definitely just eat the migas by themselves, but if I want to get into it, I'm gonna fucking put it on taco for days, all day long. I like
was it huevos rancheros?
Yeah,
that's probably my go-to.
Yeah. Freaks and Geeks, we're on the road again, but we got the fucking dogs in the building. Don't get it misunderstood. We got the dachshund and we got the miniature pinscher running around. So if you hear some barks, it's just the fucking studio dogs or the fucking podcast dogs.
Security detail.
For sure. They're wandering around looking for fucking little edible arrangements and shit.
Yeah, I saw him cleaning out the corners and and underneath my counters. I was like, yeah, get after it, dude. All those crumbs I can't get with the broom. Yeah, I get it.
All right, cereal, breakfast cereal, go.
Ah, man. I go back and forth.
You can give us like 3.
Yeah, Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks is hot. I
love Apple Jacks.
Yeah.
I actually, if I'm going chocolate, I think I go Cocoa Puffs over Cocoa Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles is fire.
They make the milk real chocolatey. If you want chocolatey milk, Cocoa Pebbles
is much better than Fruity Pebbles.
Yes.
I would definitely agree. Although I love a good Fruity Pebble.
I'll eat some Fruity
Cocoa Pebbles is out of there, man.
And now, like, okay, so Apple Jacks are a pretty good staple. Mm-hmm. I do like Cinnamon Life.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Fuck
like
yeah.
Cinnamon Life.
That's a staple for me. Cinnamon Life is fucking out of
cinnamon
sight.
Anything, dude. Cinnamon Cheerios. What's the other cinnamon one they do?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, of course.
Yeah.
That's the go-to.
And I already said Apple Jacks, which is pretty much cinnamon.
Yeah.
So I'm a cinnamon guy. I love
that
a cinnamon
Life
cereal, dude.
That sogs up quite well, quite fast, and it's fucking good.
And I actually go oat milk. Like full strength. Full sugar oat milk on my sugar cereal. It's like eating ice cream, dude. It's my late night snack. I don't eat cereal for breakfast.
Yeah, I was going to ask you the milk
night.
preference.
No,
I'm an almond guy. Do you remember Insomniacs? This is taking it back hot. Do you remember that
Bruce?
shit?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's where my late night love of cereal came from.
Yeah.
And you know what else I used to do there is get that soft serve vanilla ice cream and put Fruity Pebbles on that. I have photo evidence of that.
Holy shit.
I can't remember. I was doing that and somebody was just so mind blown. Mm-hmm. They were like, "You're fucking crazy, dude." And they were like taking pictures of me and they put it on like Facebook back in like, 2009. So it's all grainy. But I get that in my memories every once once in a while a picture of just a bowl of vanilla ice cream with Fruity Pebbles, and I'm like, oh yeah, no wonder it used to be 220 pounds.
That sounds like it. So for the freaks and geeks that don't know, Insomniacs was like Douglas and I stayed at Bruce Hall for our like freshman year at UNT, and Insomniacs was they would shut down the like dining hall / kitchen at whatever hour, what like 8, 9, some shit like that.
And it was like an hour between you couldn't go in there while they like set it up and clean it up.
Didn't it opened at midnight though, right?
Oh, I thought it opened like 10. It might have been midnight.
I think it opened at midnight, but I could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong. And midnight, 10 o'clock, and they stayed open till like what, 2?
But was that? I don't think that was on the weekdays.
I don't know.
I think I had to sneak into it. I think I had to sneak into it.
Really? Okay.
Because I didn't have. We were just earlier. I don't have a fucking. I didn't have a weekend meal plan.
Yeah.
Because I'm poor, so I had a weekdays only I could eat, and I think that was weekends only. But I think you and Duff would sneak me in.
Yeah.
Like you go in and then you like slide your card out, and then I go in with your card again.
Shout out to fucking Duff Harris holding it fucking down. We love you, buddy.
You gotta do another pod with him.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
That was fascinating.
Yeah,
if you guys are listening to this, go to that podcast right now. Stop this one, listen to that, and then come back over here.
Yeah, fucking Duff Harris. I forget what number that was. He was like fucking 5.
That was a fascinating podcast.
Yeah,
dude.
he was tremendous, man. Love that fucking guy to pieces. I need to roll out there to fucking Little Brooklyn and hit him up. What was it? Number 4. Come and hit you hot.
Wow.
Number 4. D. Harris in the motherfucking building. Yeah, so that's the whole, the cereal talk, the fucking breakfast talk. That's good. You don't eat breakfast. All right, cool.
Yeah, I do like quote unquote intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
But my window is basically like whenever I go to bed till like whenever I get hungry again.
I stopped drinking coffee for a minute.
Oh, wow.
A hot minute. I don't want to fucking toot my own horn or nothing like that. I fucking replaced coffee with fucking protein shakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's been going well.
Yeah, I love coffee, dude. And like, I drink it black. I don't put sugar or cream in it.
All day fucking long.
No calories. I just like, just get the
Some people
energy.
will call us a psychopath for doing that shit. But
really? For me, like, it's just
Black
like anything else.
all
It's
day.
an acquired taste, Yeah. Like like beer used to be so gross, and now I love beer.
Yeah.
Same with whiskey. Whiskey used to be gross, and now I'm drinking it right now, and I love it. So it's just same with anything else. If you don't want to drink black coffee, you'll just be drinking like milk with a little coffee in it forever. Yeah. But if you want to actually if you're trying to get fucked up on coffee,
straight.
You got to go straight black, dude. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you're gonna get a stomachache from all the sugar, and the cream. Also, the sugar makes you crash, in my opinion.
Yeah,
a little more.
I put a fucking dollop of honey in that motherfucking espresso.
And that honey is good.
Yeah.
That honey is like, I don't like honey, but I'll eat it for my allergies. But I swear that honey is like an antidepressant.
Yeah.
So those bees, they go all the way to the zoo.
Whoa, okay.
So it's like 3 miles, their radius. That
must be fucking fascinating, because they'll dip off and come back, right?
Yeah. And then they just get pollen from whatever on their legs.
And you said your fucking neighbor? Where's it? What neighbor?
It's my, the lady.
The landlord?
Yeah.
The light?
Yeah.
Okay. Across the street, Freaks and Geeks, there's a fucking beautiful house with the light on, and that's where the fucking landlord beekeeper stays.
Yeah, she has like all sorts of plants back there, like all sorts of veggies and fucking herbs and bees. And anyway, this is me just making stuff up, but I like to think, so those bees go all the way to the zoo.
What are they doing that on the trip there,
Well, I was eating the honey and I was like, this is like an antidepressant, dude. I feel so good.
Yeah.
And I was like watching, and I don't even think I looked anything up. I was just watching a documentary, and they talk about this psychedelic honey. Mm-hmm. And basically it's rhododendrons, I believe, which is a pretty common like decorative plant. And then that's what the bees make this psychedelic honey out of in like Tibet or some shit. So there's got to be some rhododendrons or whatever between here and the zoo. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking I'm getting like a little, just like a microdose of a psychedelic honey, because that honey makes me in a good mood, dude.
Yeah.
And maybe it's the sugar, but
did she give that to you? You buy it?
I gotta buy it. It's like $20 a jar, but it's worth it, because like I said, I don't really eat it. I sometimes
you should buy the
cook
fucking comb.
Oh yeah,
I would
and just eat it. I bet she sells it.
Oh yeah, that might even be better than the fucking.
Yeah, it's good for allergies for sure.
Or with the fucking what'd you call them? Psychodendrons? What the hell did you say?
Rhododendrons, and I might be saying that wrong, but it's a pretty common flower. They're like red flowers.
Yeah.
But I'm sure some of my neighbors got some rhododendrons. The zoo's probably got a couple of rhododendrons. You just get a little of the rhododendron pollen in there.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, no, that fucking honey in that espresso killed it. The espresso machine's fucking nasty too. Finally get to see it in effect for the first time.
Oh, it's great, dude. I love it. Like I have all
Where'd
my
you get it
old
from?
coffee stuff. I got it from Amazon.
Okay.
Used.
Yeah.
I paid half price for that mug.
Yeah. That's cool.
I don't pay full price for nothing, dude. I love a deal.
Yeah.
I will take any deal.
Any last fucking minute requests on the fucking Houston update? Give us fucking anything you got.
Let me see
Go
here.
for it.
I mean, there's tons
Coming
of
at you
construction
live.
right now.
Yeah, that
There's,
construction's fucking bonkers.
Oh, somebody
man.
got stabbed today or
Oh,
yesterday
shit.
somewhere.
That's not good.
No, that was a different. Never mind. It was at a museum, and I
That's a
thought it
different-
was here. It's a different museum. I can't
Different
remember. Different museum of modern art. What else? Yeah, nothing much. I mean, we got Deshaun Watson innocent. That's about it. That's about like all the news that I have right
The
now
biggest
about it.
fucking news.
Oh, I taught you about Mattress Mac.
Oh
today.
yeah, tell us about that fucking mattress, Mac. Oh,
dude.
we're not done because we still got to talk about the fucking 12 o'clock boys, the TOBs.
Oh,
Yes,
dude, the
you gotta
12
fill
o'clock
us in on
boys.
those motherfuckers.
So yeah, the 12 o'clock boys is like it's like a street gang. I think they're teenagers, but
And you can see it. We saw them all fucking day today.
yeah,
Freaks
they
and
just
Geeks.
go in circles around the East Downtown on like
Yeah.
ATVs and dirt bikes and probably some bicycles holding in with them. And they just wheelie. They just hold wheelies.
Yeah,
Which is so impressive to me.
the 12 o'clock boys.
Yeah, dude. It was such a great name
Yeah.
too. Just fucking put the
Were-
wheel up to 12 o'clock, dude.
Did you know about them in high school? Are they that
No,
old?
that's like a new thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
That's like
TOBs.
I've only known about them because I'd be like up on the roof at the comedy club and just see them going and they'd
Yeah.
be like, woo, they're yelling and getting all hype.
Yeah.
And then so, other people be like, oh, it's the 12 o'clock boys. You know what I mean?
Fuck, that's some shit, man. The 12 o'clock boys. Yeah, they were out there. All right, go back to Mattress Mac. He put me on this fucking Mattress Mac.
Yeah,
Holy
dude.
shit.
He's a philanthropist and a degenerate gambler who has built the city of Houston from the ground up with his own two hands, dude. He definitely built my entertainment center from the ground up that I grew up. The entertainment center in my house. I can't afford any gallery furniture
Yeah.
at this time in my life, and my parents could only afford that one piece from there.
shit.
I don't know where the rest of our furniture came from, but it wasn't gallery furniture.
Fucking Mattress Mac, boy. That's
Yeah,
something I never would have figured.
I want to look more into the cocaine stuff. I can't remember if he was just addicted to cocaine. I think he was. He was like an addict or an alcoholic or something.
Yeah.
And like found God and got like.
Yeah.
But he might have been selling cocaine too. I don't know. He was definitely involved in cocaine.
Shit.
You could tell it. Like the old guys that look like that, you're like, oh, dude, you partied.
Yeah.
Like you could tell an old dude that partied. And I kind of want to be like an old guy that partied, but I'd also would like to live past 75. So
Oh, definitely.
who knows? You got to pick a path.
Oh, shit. Tell us about... All right, so we drove past this fucking club called Numbers.
Oh.
All right, we drove
Okay.
past this fucking club. Give us the address of Numbers and tell us a
Oh,
little bit about
it's on
Numbers and then go
Westheimer,
into
and I don't know the address,
Yeah.
but you can't miss it.
Westheimer.
It has it's a blank looking building with
Is
a number
Westheimer
sign.
that street you were telling me about the tile?
Yeah.
The white tile with
Yeah.
the blue letters?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was on. They used a lot of streets, but the Weistheimer beer is based off the Westheimer street sign.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that blue and white tile, that's that street. It was the one we were walking on when we walked and went to all those thrift stores.
Okay.
So that's Westheimer. So Numbers is right over in that area. So I never went, and I went once in high school.
Yeah.
But I went for like a metal show. But my friends in high school used to go like every weekend and do a bunch of drugs and like dance, and I would hear them talk about it like in the cafeteria, and I'd be like, "Oh man," like it sounded kind of fun, and I'm like, "Oh man, they never invite me," even though I've never been a big dancer club type dude. So I'd always just assumed it's just a club, it's just normal. And I go to that metal show there, and I'm like, whoa, this is Numbers, cool. And I've actually served the guy that owns it a couple times. He's cool. The guy that owns it, I can't remember his name at this, like, starts with a T, I think. Anyway, he's a cool old man, and older man, not that old. Yeah, like I go to this metal show, and it's cool. And then years go by, and I don't really think about it. I go to college, I come back, and then I meet up with one of my friends from high school, and he was like, dude, let's go to 90s night on Numbers one night.
80s night.
Yeah, it was 80s night.
80s night?
80s
Okay.
night. He was like, let's go to 80s night. 90s night's what I go to now.
Yeah.
Times are changing, but he's like, let's go to
It's a
80s
great
night.
Dylan song.
So every Friday night, Numbers does 80s night.
Okay.
And I'm like, cool, 80s night. It's just like, a 90s night or an emo night. It's just a themed night. No, dude, these people are from the 80s, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a bunch of 40-year-old, 50-year-old people getting down. And there's like a shirtless dude. He wasn't in a cage dancing, but he might as well have been. It was like a shirtless dude, swole, probably 70 years old, just like gyrating and like just cut like a beautiful Adonis of a man. And everybody was going up to him like, "You're so cool. Your dancing is awesome." And I'm drunk and I'm complimenting him, and he's like, just so weird and old. But everybody there is wearing like pleather and like Doc Martens and fucking eyeliner, and they look like The Cure with their hair.
Oh yeah,
like it was a scene, dude. It's like the like hardcore goths from the 80s that are still holding on to that. And it was just, it's the best people watching you could possibly do.
Yeah.
80s night at Numbers. And they play deep cuts. They don't play like the 80s hits.
Yeah.
They play like deep cut 80s music. Shit that you're like, oh, this jams. Who is this? And they have a big projector where they have like the music videos. Because, the 80s were like music video city.
For sure.
So even the deep cuts had music videos back then. So he's playing deep cuts and he's got the music videos up. And it's just a good time, dude. Friday night at Numbers, 80s night. I think it's every Friday. It might only be once a month on Fridays, but I think it's every Friday night.
Yeah.
It's a $5 cover, but it's worth it.
At Numbers. I love the fucking sign. It was just a fucking number sign with the fucking apostrophe and an S.
Yeah, and that's sign. Like a iconic club / venue. So they used to have a lot more shows there. Now it's basically just a club. But I have also, so the owner of my last job, the guy that used to own the Asian place I worked at, and the pub place I worked at, that guy was in a band, and he was the vocalist of like a metal band. This restaurant owner, and he was like a "wanna be like you, no, wanna be like you," like that kind of screaming, like not like a '90s, kind of post grunge type vocalist, and his band was having like a 25th reunion or something show, and he asked me to open to do comedy and open for him. Yeah. It was the worst set I've ever had in my life, but that was at Numbers. So it's a dance floor, and then the bar is way over there. Yeah. And so, all right, time to start the show. Here's Douglas with his fucking comedy. And I go up there, everybody's at the bar. So I'm just doing comedy to a big empty dance floor. Not a soul on the dance floor. Everybody's over at the bar.
Do you remember a joke that just fucking...
Oh, yeah. Well, I remember the one joke I got a compliment about. Uh-huh. I had one of my first jokes, because I was pretty new at this point. I was maybe doing comedy 3 years, 2 years. And I had a joke about jacking off with lunch meat. Have you heard that joke?
No, I don't think so.
So how did it go? So you're not supposed to put Q-tips in your ear, right? Yeah. It says it right there on the package. Don't put this in your ear. Which is crazy, because it feels so good to put a Q-tip in your ear.
Oh, definitely.
Like, people are still going to put it in their ear. They're wasting their time putting that on the package. That's like having a package of lunch meat, and you put a label on it that says, "Hey, don't fuck this." People are still going to fuck that lunch meat. Yeah. You're wasting your time with that label. But yeah, that was one of my first jokes, dude.
What type of lunch meat is it?
I'm picturing like a ham.
Ham.
Okay. It gets kind of slimy, you know what I'm saying? A little slimier than turkey. And I don't know, it was, I think I read something on Reddit or something that was like, "Oh yeah, I've jacked off with lunch meat." And it was like like a forum of people like, yeah. Like it was a normal thing. And so I was like, I'm assuming, and then I just thought about it. I was like, of course people do that. Yeah. If you have anything that would feel good on your penis, it's been put on a penis, like fucking period. Ham. And so, but anyway, I told that joke, and I was working at that steakhouse with like a butcher shop inside, and the head butcher guy, who was also like a co-owner, comes up to me afterwards and he was like, "I love that joke so much." And this guy's like a weird psychopath, like professional butcher. Yeah. He loved that joke. And I was like, "You've definitely jacked off with lunch meat."
Freaks and Geeks, we're going to pause for beverage identification. This is, what are we sipping on? We're sipping on, beer-wise, we got the fucking Pale Mosaic from Hops and Grain out of Austin, fucking Texas. They made a comeback, man. The fucking Ronies took them out. I used to go, like...
Oh, man.
I don't even know. I think every Friday I would go and pick up, like, a couple of growlers worth of shit, and they were like, at a certain point in time, they're like, "We're shutting the fucking tap room down." So... their tap room used to be like at the far end in Austin of East 7th Street. It was like the last fucking thing. And this was one of the fucking first breweries that I ever went to. Oh, wow. Like craft breweries I ever went to in Austin. Back when they would give the fucking like the tokens, like fucking Eighth Wonder. Give you 3 tokens, give you a pint glass, and just fucking go and chill and do whatever the fuck you want. But yeah, they shut it the fuck down, and then I think I don't know who's brewing this, but they're not brewing out of their original location. I forget.
They're like somebody's helping them out, letting them use their stuff.
Yeah.
Deep Ellum has done that with a lot of breweries.
Yeah.
Like they did it with Armadillo Ale Works.
They used to have a shitload, man, and they even had like a medicinal series, like a little weed series.
Cool. Eighth Wonder has the Delta 8
stuff. Well, this was just like a play on words. There was nothing like
so
truly
just like tasted kind of dank, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I forget what there was one called Pellets and Powder that slammed hard, and then I think I don't remember what the other weed one was called. I think it was the Hops and Grain Dispensary. I think that's what they called it. I have a sick ass fucking little, not tulip glass, but what's still little ones that they have the stem
like not a coupe. I know what you're talking. It might be called a coupe.
I think
a coupe is like a martini.
I had one at the space brewery you took me to.
Snifter.
Snifter. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, how did it not take me so long to think of that? All right, Snifter, yeah.
But that fucking space brewery was sick. Hate to get off the Hops and Grain joint, but the space brewery was sick.
True Anomaly. Yeah, they're good. Man, why was Brash closed? I'm kind of upset about that.
That's weird.
It was very weird.
Yeah.
We went to Brash, which is one of my favorite breweries in town, and that's like we went like 40 minutes after they were supposed to be open, and we were the first car in the gate.
Yeah,
like they opened the gate when we got there, and there was nobody there. All the doors were closed. I didn't know what was going on. So we just kind of left. I didn't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Knocking on the door before the brewery opens. Yeah. I mean, I like beer, but not that much.
So we're sipping on the Hops and Grain fucking Pale Mosaic, and we're also sipping on tell us about this.
Little Basil Hayden. So I should know more about this, but this is here we go. So it's from the James B. Beam Distilling Co. So this is probably like the high-end Jim Beam.
Okay.
Which is insane because I hate Jim Beam.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, this says distilled and bottled by the James B. Beam Distilling Co. So it must be owned by the same people. Unless this was like his OG recipe and then he sold out to Jim
The bottle
Beam.
looks sick. The fucking
they
metal
got a
band
little metal on there. I've never actually. I was when I got this, I was like, I've never bought a bottle of this.
Yeah.
I've only ever had this at a restaurant, and I actually think I've only ever had this in an old fashioned before this bottle. I don't think I've ever actually just like drank
the bottle and the corking, the top system, the cork systems.
It's pretty sick. It's a good whiskey though. Yeah, distilled in Kentucky. It probably is. This probably is Jim Beam's high end.
You doing that again? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little splash till.
Throw me a little splash in there.
Yeah.
Splash by Baklava.
Did you get the actual cologne?
I did.
How does it smell?
It's okay. It kind of smells like fucking. And I've only used it once, so essentially I'm gonna pay at the end of the day $100 for alcohol because the scent's gonna go out. But it kind of smells like fucking. What's that fucking scent that everybody... Cucumber melon? Kind of. Not really, but a little bit. It's very sweet. I've only used it once, and it's fucking dope. It's like little bottle that big. And fucking...
You might as well just use it all, dude. Just start using it.
Mr. Baklava got
Did he still sell it, or was it like a limited thing?
No, it was one and done. One
so
batch
you might as well
done.
use it all.
Yeah. No, I really fuck with it. It's more fucking novelty. Not really novelty, but like I got.
It's like you have the merch. Yeah.
By Baklava.
I got my favorite new cologne. I love colognes, dude, and I just got what's it called? It's called like, I'm probably gonna butcher this. I'm terrible with French. It's like Etat Libre d'Orange. I don't know what that means. Something free the orange. I don't know, but it's like they have a bunch of weird ass and, dare I say, gross ass smelling scents.
Yeah.
And they're mostly unisex. And I didn't know what I wanted. And I was going to, get like a Versace cologne or something like that.
Versace's got some good shit,
yeah.
man.
I mean, I like to go to Sephora and smell the high-end shit and be like, what do I like? Like, I got Gucci in there.
Yeah.
Which is played out. I smell it on everybody, and I'm like, "Fuck! I got the one
Versace,
that everybody likes."
It's not called Versace Blue, but it's in
a blue bottle. Yeah,
It's like square.
It smells good.
Yeah, that one's really good.
So I was gonna get something like that, but I was like, let me try this little boutique place, this Etat Libre d'Orange. They're like an internet company. We know all those internet companies. They send you emails and they do Facebook ads. So I got just their sample pack. It was like 25 little bottles to just see what I wanted. And some of them were like repulsive.
Yeah.
But then some of them were like really good. And so the one that I ended up on, I hated at first. The first time I smelled it, it smelled like new car smell.
Yeah. And
then when I actually like let it, chill on my skin for a while, I was like, oh, this smells amazing.
Yeah.
So that's what I use now. But it's like, it's not very strong smelling. but it is like it smells good. Just not. I have to put like 5 sprays on to even like get a whiff.
For sure.
When most cologne, it's like half a spray, and you're like, that's too much.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess that's good. But I'm going through that bottle. I'm just like,
yeah. Scents are definitely good. You got to throw a fucking scent in there, a true one. But yeah, I love the little sample packages. Not necessarily sample, but trial, so you get a shitload of them. And you're gonna get fucked for sure. But you know, you pick and choose on which ones are the good ones, and then you just go from fucking there. So
especially if you're even at a store, like smelling them all back to back. I get after 3, I'm done. They all smell the same. So like when you get the sample pack, you can actually put one on. Especially I got this during the pandemic. Yeah, I wasn't going anywhere. I'd wake up, I'd take a shower. And I pick a new one up and put it on and be like, oh, this smells awful. I might have to take another shower.
The lotions are fucking... I like when they include the lotion.
Oh, yeah.
Throw that fucking lotion on. And
I miss... That was like a go-to Christmas present. Like in high school, for Christmas, somebody would get you like an aunt or something would get you like the cologne, the lotion, the body wash, the aftershave. Like what's high school is using aftershave? But they always put aftershave in there too. I still don't use aftershave, and I shave all the time.
What was the ultimate? Yeah. What was the ultimate fucking jerk off high school cologne? I think it was that Curve. Yes,
I loved Curve, dude. I thought that stuff smelled so good.
The orange bottle and
I
shit
had the
like
green
that.
bottle. The green.
They had
with
3,
the gold
right?
Top. Yeah, they had the orange bottle.
There was
the
like a
green
black
bottle, and
one too.
Oh,
the blue one.
The black one was decent.
Was it black?
I think so. It was like black with like silver letters.
Yes.
I like the green with gold.
Why are
letters.
we talking about fucking Curve right now?
Dude,
Such a jerk off cologne.
Curve, dude. I wonder if I would still like the smell. Probably not.
No, I don't think so.
I would get that shit at like Walmart, dude. Yeah. Like if you're buying cologne at Walmart, you need to rethink some stuff.
Fucking Curve.
But if you're a high schooler, that's better than Axe. That was like the step up from Axe. It's like I'm an adult now. I'm gonna stop using Axe.
My fucking high school cologne was Polo Blue.
Oh, that's nice.
Polo Blue and fucking Geo.
Ooh,
yeah.
Have
to move on from those for sure though.
I like Polo Black. That was my. Good. I got that like my senior year of high school.
Calvin Klein Black is fucking good.
I've never smelled that.
That one's really good.
Dude, there's this one Tommy Hilfiger cologne that's like the best smell I've ever smelled in my entire life. And I smell it sometimes at work. I'll smell somebody wearing it, and I'm like...
I think it's Calvin Klein, but it's black something.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I love cologne, dude. Mm. I kind of want to go get... And I have like 4 bottles in there, but I'm like, I want another one.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely need to re-up on some... I don't know how the fuck we got off fucking...
I know,
This was supposed to be the beverage break, and we talked
about
cologne.
Talk about cologne. Well, cologne and whiskey is pretty, like, you know, your palate of, like, what you taste and what you smell is pretty similar. So, like... That's why on all those cologne websites, they like give you a quiz on like, what do you like to drink and do you smoke?
Do you know that fucking wood? You burn it. I forget what the fuck it's called. It's very scenty.
Palo Santo?
Yes. Palo Santo's great. I fucking really fuck with Palo Santo just to burn in the crib.
Do you like sandalwood? The smell?
Oh yeah. Dude,
I have a sandalwood comb I just got.
Okay.
And I use it on my beard, and it makes my beard smell like sandalwood, but only like a little bit. Like you can barely smell it. I have to like really try to smell it, but. I'll get a whiff of it, or I'll like brush my beard before bed, and my pillow smells like sandalwood. Like sandalwood that's one of my top 5 smells for me. Yeah, sandalwood, lavender.
I love a good rosemary.
Mahogany.
Scent.
Oh yeah,
rosemary kills for me.
Rosemary's good. I like rosemary plants.
Lavender's great. Lavender is fucking great though.
Sage is good.
Yeah,
sage is real good.
Yeah. All right, man. So we fucking. I guess that's the fucking. That's the state. The beverage identification break. We hit the fucking Houston update. Let's talk about fucking guitars, man. Talk about just preferred guitars, favorite guitars. You can drop some basses. I'm strictly gonna stick with fucking guitars for me. Yeah.
Well, like so iconic wise, I'm gonna go with 5 to start.
Yeah, hit us.
So I got Telecaster guitar, and then I'm gonna go into basses because you know. So the Telecaster bass, or like it's like a P bass with the Tele head. It's like a 50s P bass. Mm-hmm. Man, those are my favorite. And they're hard to find. They have some Squire ones. Yeah. Or like the Mike Dirnt signature bass is probably the closest to that. And so you can find some Mexican-made ones that are pretty good. So that, and then Rickenbacker.
Oh, Rickenbacker's great. Hold on. What's your... I hate to pause you on that. What's your take on the fucking Japanese versus Mexican versus American made.
So
What's your preference?
So I think I've always liked the Japanese ones more. I've never really played an American though.
Isn't that the bottom of the line though?
I've always assumed it was better than American for some years.
Really?
Like I used to have a Japanese telly.
I like the Mexicans the most.
Yeah, that's a Mexican telly or a Mexican jazz bass right there. And the made in Mexico for value is so good. Like if you really want it to sound better, just get new pickups.
Yeah.
But the wood isn't going to be that much different. Maybe the quality control at the plant is like a little different. But so this bass is a 2001 neck with a 2013 body. And somebody just made this, and I bought it.
It's dope.
And it's like one of the best basses I've ever played. So it's like I don't need the quality control and the quality wood. Like by the way, both Mexican. 2001 Mexican neck, 2013 Mexican body. As far as I know, I haven't really looked at the body, but he told me it was a Fender body. I believe him.
So back to your choices. You got the telly.
So yeah, telly guitar, the telly bass.
Yeah.
Of course, the jazz bass. That's like my first bass, that I've started on really. Well, I guess I played a P in high school, but I didn't really know what I was doing. So yeah, like jazz bass for sure. Oh, Rickenbacker.
Yeah.
Which I've never played. They have one at the guitar shop down here.
Okay.
Which is right actually. So where the Chinese food place is. Mm-hmm. On the other end of that shopping center, just across the street, is a really cool guitar shop.
Really? What's it called?
It is called Rockin' Robin's Guitars. And they have, like, surfboards, too.
Tweedly-diddly-dee.
Yeah.
Tweedly-diddly.
And, so, yeah, the Rickenbacker, what does that make me for? Let me see. Telly, Jazz, Rickenbacker, yeah. And my music, man, dude. These Stingrays, I love. And I used to think, so the first time I ever saw Ernie Ball was at Warped Tour. They would have, like, a booth. And I was like, those look like toys. They don't look like Fenders. So I'm like, that's a toy bass. Why are you charging so much for that? But now I played one, and oh man, dude, I think I like it more than my Fender.
Really?
And that's a Leo Fender company as well.
Yeah, yep. We're gonna talk about that whole fucking his venture. He's an interesting fucking guy, most definitely. All right, so you got those. I'll drop my fucking 5. I have to open solidly with the Strat. I just love a fucking Strat. I don't know what it was that made me like, are you going to be a Fender guy or are you going to be a Gibson guy? But something along the line. And I think like I was first thrown a Squier acoustic just to fucking break the teeth in, cut the teeth, break the chops. And then they threw me a Squier electric. Okay, and then I was like, this is okay. So that's why I was a fan of just Fender in general. And then I was like, well, I need a better like setup. I need a better, just better pickups for sure, better quality products. So I need to go to Fender's real shit and get some of their stuff. So definitely fuck with the Strat off top. That's my go-to. If you could just throw me a Strat in front of me, I'll take it easily. Then Telly for sure. I was I don't want to say I was anti-Telly for a hot minute, but they didn't pop up on my radar. And then I was like, well, they do a lot of good shit. You can get some, not that I'm playing fucking country tracks or anything like that, country rap tunes. But yeah, you can really get down with the Telly. Even like non-country shit. Just they'll hit some blues. They'll do anything you fucking want.
My band uses 2 Tellys, and now we got that Guild. And do you know what Lore? They have a Lore like a semi-hollow, or it might be a hollow body.
No, I don't know Lore, but it's a semi-hollow or hollow.
Yeah,
those are nasty.
It might even be an acoustic electric. It's fat, but it's they use that and then 2 Tellys, and we just got that Guild this weekend. Yeah. So, but the Tellys, like I love the sound of a Telecaster, that twang. Mm-hmm. And the mellowness you can get from that neck pickup. And that's the thing with the Telly basses, too. Not the Telly P bass I was talking about, but the OG Telly ones. Yeah. They have a pickup real close to the neck, just like the Telly guitar. And so I feel like that would, I wonder how slap bass sounds on that. I've never really heard somebody play slap on one of those, but that's where you slap. So I bet it would sound pretty awesome.
So I got the Strat. You got the Telly in there. I will venture to Gibson for the Flying V. That Flying V is just nasty. The shape is so obscure and oblong and uncomfortable to play. Got to play with the Strap. Can't do anything. I couldn't imagine, honestly, like playing on one. I need to fucking try one out, but that's got to be an additional, I don't want to say skill, but like thing you look at when you fucking perform live with the Flying V. Like, there's something else that goes into it. It's not your typical shape for sure. It's got to be heavier too.
Oh yeah,
I love that headstock. It's like fucking a little triangle up at the top.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's pretty
nasty.
cool. The headstocks. They have that headstock on some bases too.
Yeah. And I like that you can change the truss rod plate out on that to just do dope shit. I don't know, man. I like a good truss rod plate for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know any Fenders that have that. They're mainly just Gibson joints.
Yeah, Guild would do them. Guild is a Fender, or they got bought out, right? No, they used to be owned by Fender, and they're not anymore, I think.
I don't know on that.
But they do. I was looking at them just because my band bought one. I was just looking at them, and they have a truss rod cover. And what bass? I was looking at some basses that had one, because there was one bass that was like way cheap because it was missing the truss rod cover. I don't know what bass that was. Oh well, but it might have been a Thunderbird.
Okay.
The Gibson Thunderbird. Well, actually, it's Epiphone Thunderbirds are more prominent. Like, I don't know if Gibson makes a Thunderbird anymore.
Yeah.
But those are basses that are. I think they make a Thunderbird guitar too. It's that one that's like a, like a rhombus kind of shape.
Okay.
But same thing. Like, how are you going to play that in a chair? You have to have the strap, and then also they're like the neck is, or the headstock's too heavy for the strap. It'll just like drop. So you have to like hold the neck up the whole time. Apparently they're very uncomfortable to play. But every recording I've heard sounds so good. Yeah. I'm like, that's what a bass is supposed to sound like, but so uncomfortable. And you'll see people online, they'll like cut the headstock off to make it lighter, or like get a heavier bridge, or put like a weight on the back, or move the strap knob, like trying everything to get it to be a comfortable guitar to play. I don't know why Gibson won't just fix it. You know?
I don't know, man. I think my next one would be the SG. After seeing fucking Tony Iommi and fucking Angus Young kill on a fucking SG, and there's others too. Don't get me wrong, I'm missing a whole lot of people, but those two motherfuckers alone to just kill on a fucking SG is.
Angus Young is like the SG dude. Like when I think of a guy playing like ripping on an SG, it's AC/DC. That's the AC/DC guitar.
Yeah, for sure.
And I wonder if they would even be popular without AC/DC, like as popular as they are.
I don't know.
Same with like those Hofner violin basses. They're shit, but they're so popular because Paul McCartney played one.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know what my fifth one would be. That's 4. I like those, like, I don't even know what to fucking call them. I still don't know the name. Like the steel guitars, not the lap steel joints.
Resonator.
The Resonators?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I like those.
They have a Resonator acoustic bass at this guitar shop over here. I didn't even look at the price, but I thought about getting one. But like almost all acoustic basses suck. Just because you can't hear those frequencies without amplification for the most part. Yeah. But I bet on the Resonator it might compensate for that because they're so bright with all that metal. Yeah. My friend's dad used to play one, and he ripped. He was like a blues guitarist. Yeah. And that was the first time I'd ever seen one of those.
I think that's the next one I need to get.
Yeah,
I think that would be really, really fucking cool. I'm down with that.
So that's we got 4 guitars or
that's
3?
4, and then the 5th one would be that style, I guess. I like that shit, but
no Les Paul.
Nah, too heavy. Gibsons in general are just too fucking heavy for me.
I like Les Pauls. That would probably make my honorable mention.
Yeah,
I've never played one.
Yeah,
no, that's a lie. I've played a friend's. I think my friend's roommate has one. I think I've played it, and I didn't love it. But I love the way they look. They look so fucking cool. Yeah. I've always wanted a white Les Paul with like gold hardware. Yeah. Man, nothing's prettier than that.
That solid body's fucking heavy as shit for sure. But I've always
can't be as heavy as my basses.
No, yeah,
those are almost 10 pounds or maybe more.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've just testing out Fender versus Gibson. I've always felt Gibson was much heavier, and I'm like, fuck, this is heavy as shit. I don't know what's up with it.
Yeah, I want to try a G&L, and I really want to try a Sadowski.
Yeah.
Have you seen Sadowski?
No.
Oh man, you're gonna want one if you look at them. They basically make Fender copies.
Yeah.
What they call them on the forums like a FSO or Fender shaped object.
Oh, fucking FSO, UFO. I dig fucking Cordoba too. If we're taking the classical approach, that's my go-to. That's definitely my go-to.
Dude, and Ibanez, there's nothing to shake a stick at. I love how cheap Ibanez's are, and they're going to stay cheap. Like, they don't accumulate value. You get a used Ibanez, you're getting a $200 guitar, max, and they're good instruments. They're very good instruments. That guitar is great.
Looks good. Fucked around with it yesterday.
And those strings are at least 6 years old.
Yeah?
maybe older. They're elixirs though. I just bought new ones
elixirs
to replace them.
Great. That was the
dude,
go-to.
they sound brand new.
Yep. Loved elixirs. Fucking, how are we geeking out on this? Fucking...
Oh man, I can geek out about this forever.
Elixirs are definitely great. They were on the higher price then. I remember they were like 15 back in the day.
Oh
12 to 15. But
well,
no,
dude, now that I'm buying bass strings, guitar strings, I'm like, this isn't even. They're not even charging for these. Bass strings are like, for good bass strings, like $60-$70 a pack.
Fuck all that. But
I don't even buy those.
Though, right?
I buy decent ones. Oh yeah, they last literally forever. They don't break, so they get dead. But I kind of like a dead round wound. And then my flat wounds, I just put flat wounds on that black bass over there.
See, I haven't ventured into flat wounds. I kind of like, I don't know which one to do it on though.
Good. Yeah. So I put them on that jazz bass copy, and they're not really. They're more of a P bass string.
Yeah.
So I would say they might be weird on a Strat.
Yeah, I think so.
Even on a Telly, those are more of like a Les Paul.
Only two options.
Those are more of like a Les Paul or like a hollow body Endeavor. Like maybe we could put flat ones on the Guild.
Yeah.
It's already really warm, but that would warm it up even more.
Yeah.
It would be like a blanket, dude, with flat wounds.
Slink it. Did you ever have one of those?
No.
Or Snuggie?
Oh, my dad has a Snuggie. The Slinket was like a ripoff, right?
I don't know. I don't know if I just made that up, Slinket.
Well, you threw me off because that's a word that I use regularly because I like to do this thing where I replace the first letter of a word with SL. I kind of stopped doing it because I was doing it like out loud on accident because it's usually just a joke thing in my head. Like, call a cop a slop, stuff like that.
Okay.
SL is like one of the funniest combinations of letters.
Yeah.
You call the couch the slouch, blanket a slanket. You know what I mean? The table a slable. Like, it's just fun to say.
Yeah.
So when you said slanket, I was like, what? You know about a slanket, dude?
Oh, that's gold. That's fucking gold. Episode 29. Holy shit. That's definitely good stuff right there. Well, I think that's enough nerd talk on the fucking...
Yeah, right? We could talk about quantum physics now.
Yeah, maybe. We could definitely go into that. Tomorrow, next time.
We'll bring up some calculus, pre-calculus.
Quantum physics.
Trigonometry.
Freaks and Geeks wouldn't understand if that hit them. Neither would I. All right, so let's talk about fucking, like, the booze, the hooch. Let's talk about the liquors, the beers, the cocktails you've been fucking with lately.
Oh, dude. So, well, this isn't as much lately, but one of my favorite cocktails of all time. And are you familiar with the concept of a classic cocktail?
Tell us about that.
So, like, there were cocktails that were just because back in the day in Prohibition,
staples essentially. Right?
Yeah. Well, the liquor was like undrinkable back then. Yeah. So you had to make it drinkable. Mm-hmm. And so there were these classic cocktails that they started making back then. And I don't know who made the rules, but basically it's like typically it's 4 ingredients. Mm-hmm. Or maybe 3. I think it's 4. So you want your liquor, you want your sugar, you want your citrus, and then I guess bitters or something. I don't know. I might be messing this up. But there's like components to the classic cocktail. Like the old fashioned is a classic cocktail. Yeah. You got your liquor, sugar, bitters. I think that's it in an old fashioned.
How many are there?
There's let me see here. I don't know. You can look it up. Like do that. We need a producer, dude. I know, man. On the ones and twos over here on the Google. But yeah, classic cocktails are like, or you could maybe even Google specifically how many classic cocktails are there. Yeah. Because if you just Google classic cocktails, it'll be like 10 classic cocktail recipes that blah blah blah. But I know for sure there's like an old fashioned Manhattan. What's another?
Sazerac.
Oh, Sazerac kills. I had a Sazerac the other night. Yeah. That's the other drink. No, when I was trying to remember the other one I had. Yeah. I knew I had a third. Yeah, Sazerac. I love a Sazerac, dude. That's basically like an old fashioned with a little bit of cognac, typically. Okay. And the glass has like a vermouth rinse. Yeah. I mean, absinthe rinse. Oh, okay. So you get a little bit of that absinthe flavor, but it's not too crazy. They just rinse the glass with it.
Little vodka martini.
Oh yeah, that's a good classic.
That's one. What's the other one? I can't even.
Fucare?
No. Negroni?
Oh, I love a Negroni. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot Negroni. Yeah, that one's gin, Campari, vermouth, sweet vermouth, and a third ingredient that I can't remember.
I love a good orange peel, man.
Or a fourth.
Orange peel for the fucking old fashioned.
Oh yeah, Negroni gets an orange peel too. Negroni looks like a red old fashioned when you order one. You can do a Negroni up. You can do it in like a martini glass, but I like it in a rocks glass.
What kills me is when my fucking old fashions don't come with that cherry.
Oh yeah. Well, they're not supposed to.
Really?
You got to ask for that. If you go to a fancy place, ask for it.
Yeah.
Because they're not gonna put it in there. Like we don't. I've never worked at a restaurant where you put a cherry in there.
Really?
That's I don't know. That's like a new invention, or like a thing one bar did and then people copied it.
I like the smoked ones.
Oh, we do that. We do that at work.
Those are good.
It's a pain in the ass. Don't order that. The bartenders don't seem to mind, but if somebody ordered that for me, I'd be like, you can go fuck yourself, dude. That's so much work. They have like a little, it's like an auto bong. It's like a gun.
Yeah.
And then you like turn it on and it like sucks the smoke in.
Yeah.
But it does smell pretty good. But I don't like the taste of a smoked drink. I've smoked a few drinks and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's okay.
It tastes like a burnt drink. Like I don't like that smoky flavor. It's so intense, and it gets in my mustache, and it's like just all over. But anyway, I brought up the classic cocktails to say the thing. So I thought this was a classic cocktail, but apparently it's what's known as a new classic, which is like follows the rules of a classic cocktail, but it wasn't a classic cocktail, and that's the last word.
What is that?
Which is 4 equal parts gin, lime juice, green chartreuse, and maraschino liqueur, so like a cherry liqueur.
Yeah.
So it tastes like a cherry limeade. Cherry lime,
Ooh.
gin, and then green chartreuse, which has like a little floral note.
What's it called again?
The Last Word.
The Last Word.
That's my favorite cocktail. And I've had a variation of it before that was mezcal. It was a mezcal Last Word, and instead of lime, I think they might have put lime juice, but instead of lime as a garnish, or sometimes they'll do those cherries you were talking about. The Lujardo cherry, that'll be the garnish. If they have them.
Lujardos are fucking
But we did
tops.
in the mezcal Last Word.
Yeah.
We did rosemary garnish.
Ooh.
So it's just slap it, you get a little sprig, slap it, and fucking drop it on the top. Man.
That sounds fucking delicious for sure.
So that's my go-to Negroni or that, because I'm a big gin fan. Big gin fan. And mezcal, I like mezcal. And it's weird because I hate scotch. I don't hate it. I really don't like scotch.
Yeah.
And mezcal is so similar to scotch oftentimes. And
I've
I'm
had
like,
it
why do I like
couple of times
I
for
like
sure.
this, but I hate scotch? It
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
I'll fuck with a gin and tonic for sure.
Gin and tonic is a good, easy go-to. Mm-hmm. I don't usually order it anymore. I used to think tonic didn't have calories.
No, yeah.
The tonic is like a Coca-Cola. It has more sugar than a Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
So I quit ordering that. But this is a numbers thing. When I would go to Numbers, I order
call back
a gin and tonic because in the black light it glows.
Ooh.
Also Barbarella. If I'm going to Barbarella, I'm ordering gin and tonic because it glows, and also I don't know what else those people know how to make. I don't know what's going on in there. Have you been to Barbarella? They have one in Austin. They do like the emo night, the 90s night.
No, I have not, but
night.
I know I'm completely
It's
aware
similar. So they're like they want to be Numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
really?
yeah, Barbarella it's pretty cool. It's a younger crowd, but if you want to people watch some cool goth 40-year-olds, you got to go to Numbers.
Numbers. Okay. You heard it here, Freaks and Geeks. Mm-hmm. You're in Houston, Texas. Pop on over to Numbers. So, what's up with the beers lately, bud? I see they bring the double R cars
back, dude. I haven't even had one yet, but
just
I got
in
a
time for spring break there, Freaks and Geeks. Make sure you go pick one the fuck up.
Limit 2 per day. For me, I don't know. Maybe you younger people can really crush them, but I can't put down probably one of those, and I'm like, whew.
Yeah.
I haven't had one in like a year.
Yeah.
But I remember it tasting like rubbing alcohol a little bit. Like it has a bite. It has a certain bite. They sweeten that. It's like malt liquor, but it's like fortified. What do they call that stuff? Fortified wine. No, it's like yeah, I'm excited about that. I've actually been digging Yingling, dude.
Really?
They brought Yingling to Texas.
Yeah.
You know Yingling, right?
Yeah. Little Pennsylvania joint.
Yeah. That's my. If I'm at a bar and they got Yingling on tap and they got Lone Star on tap, I'm taking Yingling.
Yeah.
Right now at this
lager?
time. Yeah.
It comes in a green bottle, right? The bottle's green,
I think it's
right?
amber. It's like an amber bottle.
Okay.
It might be a green bottle.
I feel like it's green.
I bought a 6-pack not too long ago.
Yeah.
But I don't remember. I feel like I would have remembered a green. I think they used to be green, but I think they're amber now.
Really?
But they're definitely like cloud. They're not clear. It's like a cloudy bottle.
Yeah. No, it's green, guy.
Oh, really? Let me see.
Yeah. it's definitely fucking green.
That's cool. It reminds me of like it is green.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, 100% a green bottle.
Like a little Rolling Rock green too?
Dude, you know they sell Yingling in like the big cans at that corner store right here.
Really?
Like you know how you get a Modelo at the fucking gas station? Like that. They sell Yinglings that size. Dude, I had that for breakfast one football Sunday, and that was all you need, dude.
Who were you looking forward to watching that day? Do you remember?
The Bills for sure.
Okay.
The Bills, watching the Bills, drinking some Yingers.
Josh Allen can fuck some shit up, buddy.
Oh yeah. Dude, the Bills, I'm a Bills fan now, dude. I got my Bills shirt. I'm all in. Push the chips in, dude. But yeah, so Yingling's been my go-to beer lately because I think I'm waning off the IPAs. It's been so many years now that I'm like, that's all I drink as I sit here sipping on one.
I definitely agree. I've kind of waned off them to fucking hit like mixed drinks and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I go a lot more for the cocktails. It's just easier on my stomach, and I don't know if this is true, but I feel like I can pace myself way better with liquor. Yeah, like with beer, I get excited or I'm thirsty. Kind of slamming it, and then before I know it, it's hitting me. You know what I mean? It's like sitting in my stomach and processing. With whiskey, I feel like it processes a little quicker, and I'm like, okay, I'm drunk right now, so let me just slow down a little bit. Whereas beer, I don't get that impulse to slow down. Yeah, until it's too late, way too late, oftentimes. And then my stomach is completely full of liquid, which is never cool when you're feeling like that. Definitely full.
Man, let's move on. I want to talk to you about like your favorite. We're gonna move on from like beverages and whatnot.
We had a lot of bev talks, dude.
Let's talk food just a little.
Oh yeah, we can do a little
all right. So I wanted to ask you about your like favorite dishes from like different. I don't want to say regions, but different styles. Like hit us with like an Asian joint that you love, a Mexican plate you love, an Italian plate you love, an American plate you love, or an other. All right, you don't got to hit all of them.
All right, I can hit all of them for sure. All right, so Asian, I'm going to have to give it, I love the Koreans, all right? Don't get me wrong. The Koreans are really doing amazing stuff over there. But I'm going to have to go with the Vietnamese. I don't know. Well, honorable mention for the Koreans, the Wang Kalbi, the bulgogi. I love it. I make it at home. It's amazing. And it probably, I bet the gochujang probably gives you cancer, but I don't care. I don't care what's in that, but it's not a cool consistency. It's not a natural consistency. But I love bulgogi. Anyway, and then, but I got to hand it to the Vietnamese, dude. The Vietnamese know what they're doing. They got the pho. They got the
pho is great.
And I used to go for a pho, like when I'm hungover or like something like that. I don't know
what would you get in there?
Oh, I get everything. They have the one with all the different beefs.
Yeah.
The rare steak, the meatballs, the brisket, the tendon, the beef tendon. Yeah. All that. That's what I like. We can maybe go hit up Mize. So, yeah, Mize, it used to be open until like 3 a.m. or later every night. So it's like an after the club Vietnamese spot. And I'll order it delivery. I'll get home from work at midnight, order it delivery. And
Fuzz solid, bud.
Dude, and yeah, so I used to go for that. They have this I don't know what it's called. I just pick it. But it's like a beef stew. A Vietnamese beef stew.
Okay. Is it kind of red?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chunks of beef,
I think I know the
dude.
one you're talking about.
And they serve it with like French bread. So you bust that French bread open and then you just like slop this stew on there. These big chunks of beef, dude, like golf ball sized. And you put them on there. And then make
those type of restaurants make a killer fucking sandwich in general.
Oh yeah. And then banh mi, obviously. I was actually gonna say banh mi, and then I remembered that soup, and I wish I had the name of that offhand. That's my Asian dish recommendation. But Vietnamese food in general, honorable mention to the Koreans, and then Italian. I love all things Italian, but I made carbonara for the first time.
Okay.
The other night, and it was real good, dude. All the recipes were like, don't worry, you're going to mess it up the first couple times. It takes a while to get it right. Yeah. Dude, I killed it. The first time, perfect consistency, perfect temperature. Yeah. Egg didn't overcook. And I forgot to put butter in it. If I would have added butter, it would have been like 7 times better. But it was like bare bones, and I was out of Parmesan cheese. Ooh. So I went in the junk drawer, and I found 4 packets of Parmesan from a pizza joint. Who knows how long ago? Maybe a year ago. Maybe 6 months ago. I don't know.
How long do these packets last?
Yeah, but I cut them open and I dumped them in the eggs, dude, and I whipped it up and I made my carbonara, and it was good, like really good.
I made a good fettuccine Alfredo recently, but
nice.
Didn't make the
From
noodles,
scratch?
but I made the.
Yeah, I don't make noodles, dude. I'm not doing that. I've done that before as a kid.
I got those
And they
Rayos
turned out
fettuccinis.
awful. Oh,
the Rayos is fucking shit up, bud. But yeah, they're fettuccine noodles, and then fucking just hit like heavy cream and just Parmesan.
yeah.
Little boil
That's
water
all
too.
you need, dude.
But the OG way is to make it with just fucking, I think, butter and
Yeah, like no cream
and cheese.
right?
Yeah,
butter and
that's it.
cheese and just a lot of time and stirring. Yeah. I would
Maybe
try
a little
that.
liquid, maybe a little water.
Well, yeah,
boiled
you add the
water.
pasta water. For carbonara, you put a little bit of the boil.
Yeah.
And I've actually, even when I make a ragu, like a red sauce, and I make that a lot. That's I mean, honestly, that's probably my dish.
Yeah.
That's what I make literally weekly. I have some meatballs in the freezer right now. But I make a mean sauce, dude. And I've heard this and I never really do it. And it took me a while to remember it because I would be eating and be like, this sauce could be a little more cohesive. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to put pasta water. So when the noodles are like almost done, you get like a ladle full of that like water with all that starch in it and put it in the sauce, stir it up.
For sure.
But it made a big difference with the carbonara. It makes a big difference in my red sauce. So I'm sure that's all you need is just that with like some cheese and butter. But I made I think it was frutti de mar or something. It's like fruit of the sea in Italian.
Yeah.
And it was like mussels, shrimp, squid or calamari. And then what else did I put? I almost put scallops in there because they were on sale, so I bought them. But I was like, I'll save those. Yeah. But dude, it was the quickest. Beside the thing that took the longest was like cleaning the shrimp and then
gotta clean.
And then
gotta clean those.
like butchering the squid.
Okay.
I had to Google how to butcher a squid, which I'm glad I did because I wouldn't have done it correctly at all. There's a lot going on with those things. So I butchered the squid, chop them up. And then you make the red sauce like you'd always make a red sauce, just the same way. Yeah. But when I make a red sauce and then I add meatballs to it, I want it to cook for like 4 hours. Mm-hmm. But with this, it's like you make the red sauce and you want that kind of fresh tomato taste. So you literally, once it gets hot, you like throw the seafood in there and it's done. Like the seafood cooks like in a second. So I made it like 2 or 3 times. It's one of the best things I've ever made. I feel like I may have talked about this on the last time we podcast.
I don't know.
Because I made it a while back.
Really? Okay.
I might have talked about this because I was really proud about it. But anyway, that's my Italian dish. Over carbonara, I go that one. Asian, Italian, Mexican. Ooh, fajitas. Just come on, dude. Yeah. Fajitas, carnitas, barbacoa, stuff like that. Yeah. But enchiladas, dude.
Which one you going? You going red? You going green?
I go red, dude. Red enchiladas, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love a good red enchilada.
Red enchiladas, and I like chicken. I like beef. I like cheese, dude. Straight up cheese enchiladas, but on the side of that's a side dish. Yeah. Cheese enchiladas is a side dish at a Mexican restaurant.
With the tamale?
Ooh. I like tamales. I don't love them.
Do you like the restaurant style tamale?
I like the dude that walks around with them in a foil pouch at the bar and is like, tamales. Those are the ones I like. They're $12. And no, I don't even know if they're that much, but you get like 12 tamales. Yeah. And they fucking slap, dude. Y'all have that?
I don't think so.
We got tamale guys, dude. They go to every bar. There's also some weird ass Russian pizza guys. Yeah. That pull up in this weird white vehicle that says pizza and they're like, pizza. And dude, that pizza tastes like shit. I've gotten it. Because you're out at the bar, you're drunk. Like, $5 pizza. Here. I don't know if it's frozen pizza or what, dude, but it's not good.
Oh shit, that's too much.
I walked by him after the Snarky Puppy show. I was like, oh god, they're still at it. The pizza guys, dude. Oh, that shit was nasty, dude.
The pizza guys, the Russian pizza guys. Holy shit.
But the tamale guys, tamales are good, dude.
Oh, that's too much, man. That's too much. In the club, tamale guy in the club.
He's just walking around, and he has them on a tray, like a big tray. Just stacked with tamales. He's like, I got chicken, beef, pork. That was not a Mexican accent, but whatever.
Okay. Hard transition from
I don't know what that was. Like Greek. And then he comes up with his fucking tray. And you grab your tamales and eat. Oh, they have a Powerade bottle filled with salsa.
Okay.
And I think they'll like dump it into a baggie and then like, tie it up.
Oh man, that's on the Mexican. What about the American?
Who
Is Frito pie American?
Yeah, it's
because
Texan.
I'll take
Dude.
Frito
Well, it's
pie.
Texan.
Yeah,
I like Texan food. So yeah, Frito pie, buttermilk pie, vastly different pies, both Texan, and like, what's the other one that's big Texan stuff? Well, chicken fried steak.
Yeah.
There's another thing that like only we eat and nobody else does, and I can't remember. I love it because one of my friends that works from Cleveland, and I'm always talking to him about Texas stuff.
Yeah.
Because he's fascinated. He loves Texas.
Yeah.
He's like, "That's so cool that you're from Texas," and I'm like, I can't. I don't think it's that cool, but all right. I mean, I get it. Texas is like a mythological place.
Yeah.
So being like a third generation Texan or fourth, I don't know how many, it's kind of cool, But like. God, what's the other Texan thing? I know buttermilk pie is kind of southern, but it's mostly Texan. Have you had buttermilk pie?
I don't think
Might
so.
be a white person thing.
I don't think I have.
That might be a white person thing. It's
Buttermilk pie.
My mom used to make it. I don't know how you make it. I don't know. Oh, people call it chess pie sometimes.
Chess pie. No, never heard of this.
It's just like a sweet custard pie.
Okay.
I don't know how they make it. It's like sugar and buttermilk. Just lots of sugar and buttermilk.
Buttermilk pie.
And like a pie crust. And it turns into like a gelatinous, like sweet, milky custard. It's like flan. It's almost like, but less firm. Buttermilk pie is good. And then, but my favorite American dish, that's German. I was going to say stroganoff. Because to me, that's like, and I think that's a Texas kind of thing too.
Think so?
German immigrants and whatnot.
Yeah.
I would call that a Texas food. Because I'm sure we don't make stroganoff the way they... Because they do like schnitzel over there.
Yeah.
Stroganoff is like a baby schnitzel with noodles and sauce. But schnitzel's good. No, I would go I'm going to call it American, dude. I'm claiming it as American, and I'm going to say stroganoff with egg noodles.
Yeah.
Straight up egg noodles.
Have to.
Do they even sell egg noodles in Europe? I think egg noodles are like a poor people grocery store item.
Yeah. I love them.
I love them too.
Yeah.
They're good. They're really good. Yeah.
I like the flat ones.
Yeah, that's
the
the
extra wides.
That's the ones we made the stroganoff with.
Yeah.
That's stroganoff noodles, dude. You can't make stroganoff with any other noodles.
Yeah. No, it's delicious.
And then what? Another?
Yeah.
Oh, I can say, and I just have to get the word out in the world about this. I have to do a hard non-recommend to Ethiopian food.
Okay.
My whole life I wanted to try it.
And then what happened?
I tried it, and I almost threw up while I was eating.
Yeah.
I mean, they had one good thing. They had like this curry goat. It was pretty good.
Uh-huh.
But the other dish, I don't know what kind of meat it was. And because the menu was not in English, but the sauce, it was like it tasted like it was marinated in like straight up French's yellow mustard.
Mm-hmm.
And then to top it all off, the fucking bread, dude. Everything was passable, but the bread, they put bread in everything, and they make it out of this weird grain called like teff or something.
Yeah.
And it's like purplish gray, and it's filled with, it has holes all over it. Like it gives you like trichtophobia or whatever the fuck. I don't think I got that word right, but you know what I'm talking about. The fear of holes.
No, I know what you're talking
dude, it was so gross, dude. I thought about it for days. It fucked my stomach up. It fucked my mind up. My mental state was like off. I was like, that was the worst meal. And anyway, so that's my non-favorite other Ethiopian food. Can go fuck itself. But my favorite other, I'd have to go Jamaican food.
Jamaican? Beef patty slam.
Oh, yeah. But no, I'm talking about, curry goat.
Okay.
But they had, so I ordered a curry goat, and I sat down. I don't even know if my friend. So I went with my friend to the Jamaican spot in town, and it's amazing. We should have went. It was
What's
so
it called?
good.
Shout
Reggae
it out.
Hut.
Reggae Hut. Okay.
Yeah, and they play like deep cut reggae while you're eating, and then, like the building is like made out of like, what do you call it, like stucco or plaster.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you're in Jamaica. It's tight, and yeah, I sat down. I don't remember exactly. So either I sat down, I took a bite of my curry goat, and I was like, this is so good. And I got up and got back in line. Or I took a bite of my friend's jerk chicken and was like, that's so good. I got to go get back in line.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got back in line after I sat down with my food, got up, got back in line, ordered a jerk chicken to go, brought it home in my bike backpack.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's like, compressed and the to-go bag's off center. The juices are spilling out into the bag.
Yes.
But I got it home, and it was the best barbecue chicken. I mean, you tasted the jerk, but like however they smoked this chicken or grilled this chicken, dude, it was the best barbecue chicken I've ever had in my life.
No shit.
It was like, I'm speechless, dude. It was so good.
I would say for my I love a good pierogi.
Oh, I've never had pierogies.
Pierogies are
I looked for them at
fucking
the grocery store.
tremendous.
I've heard that they have those frozen ones that are pretty good.
Yeah.
I looked for them at HEB. I couldn't find them. They got them at your HEB?
I don't know.
I might have to hit up Trader's Joe.
I think Trader Joe's might have some.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. But yeah, pierogies are tremendous. I love them. Love pierogies. And then Mediterranean food.
Oh man! Well, I work at a Mediterranean restaurant.
Yeah.
So I've been housing Mediterranean food. I don't know how I didn't mention that, dude. Halal guy or not halal guys?
Yeah. What time do they close at?
I think halal guys open late, but fuck halal guys. I meant to say, Al's Quick Stop, the one by Rudyard's.
Okay.
So it's a convenience store.
Yeah.
With a kitchen in it that makes like gyros and stuff. But it's like all Mexican dudes back there. They have like Mexican food and they have like Mediterranean food. But yeah, Al's Quick Stop, dude, is like... Whew.
That's it?
Al's Quick Stop, dude. We should go. I mean, let me check what time they're... I'm going to look that up right now.
It's a little gas station?
Yeah, well, it's like a convenience store.
Yeah.
And it's right next to the comedy... Or not, I call it Rudyard's a comedy club now because they have comedy shows literally every night now.
Bunch of beers and stuff?
No.
No?
It's normal. I've never even looked at the stuff they have. They have like cigarettes and...
I got you.
It's like a bodega.
Yeah.
But they have like a whole kitchen in there.
Yeah.
They used to have a buffet, but I think they got rid of that.
I want to talk to you real quick about like this year's like current travel destinations. Where do you want to go?
Well, I already got a trip slated for San Diego.
Okay. When's that?
End of May.
End of May. All right.
Yeah, it's a bachelor party.
Okay.
So it's going to be a wild trip, I think. I hope.
Whose is that?
Danny.
No shit.
Yeah,
okay,
Danny,
that's cool.
Danny Rubio. Dude, oh man. Well, Al's Quick Stop closes in 20 minutes.
Oh,
so
we'll never make it.
I don't think we're going to
We'll
make it.
never make it, Freaks and Geeks. Maybe next time.
But Mize is open, the Vietnamese spot.
Yeah.
So, because I am kind of hungry already again.
So you said San Diego.
Yeah, I'm going to San Diego in the end of May. I would love to go back to Philadelphia.
All right.
I really had a great time in Philadelphia.
Shout out to our buddy out there.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Hopefully you listening.
Hey, man, yeah, I think he will. I think he'll listen. Maybe not this long. He probably turned it off about an hour ago. But shoot us a text if you are. And then, yeah, New York. I've never been to New York.
Really?
And a bunch
you
of
gotta go, man.
A bunch of my friends, comedians, just moved there.
Hit the fucking Harris up.
Yeah, I got Harris. I got my friend Macy from high school.
Yeah.
I've got my friend Emily from high school. I've got my friend Josh Stokes just moved there. He's a comic. He's great.
Yeah.
My favorite. He was my favorite in Houston, and now I guess he's my favorite in New York. And then we got Victor Tran. He's just been opening for Ronnie Chang. You know Ronnie Chang?
I don't think so.
I've never watched him, but he's very popular.
Yeah.
Big. They just did the Beacon Theater.
Okay.
So Ronnie was headlining. Victor got to open. Who else just moved? Oh, Grady. Grady Pruitt just moved up there. He's very, very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Probably funniest white dude besides myself that I know of. I'm just joking. You're funnier than me, Grady. Grady's definitely not listening to this, though.
So those are the travel destinations?
Yeah, New York, Philly. San Diego is already happening. I already got the ticket.
Yeah.
I already got the Airbnb. I already bought a new suitcase. It's happening.
That's good.
So that's already slated. And then, I mean, I love Colorado. I've already been a bunch, but I could go back. I've been thinking about just making a day trip. I mean, it's the worst idea. I know if I decide to do it, I just want to go get some wares,
Yeah.
the products they sell up there, and it would be about 4 hours into that drive. I'd be like, "What am I doing? What have I done? I'm done, dude. I'm going back." Like that drive, dude. 16 hours. Have you done it?
No, never.
16 hours, dude.
Yeah.
From Dallas, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's more from here. It's not cool.
Yeah, you definitely got to stop if you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Highly suggested.
I mean, you got to stop for gas, but that's all I've ever
I'd
stopped
stop for the night for sure.
I've never.
No.
I've always gone straight through.
Yeah.
But going through Kansas in the middle of the night is pretty sick. You feel the alien presence, dude. It's sick. You look out, there's like grass, and the wind is blowing the grass, and it looks like the ocean as far as the eye could see. Pretty cool.
Have to do it one day. One day.
Listen to like a podcast about aliens while you do it if you really want to fucking get a little freaked out.
All right, let's talk about what's going on this year, bud. Like, what's something new that you've done this year that's just been, like, invigorating to you? Brought you a lot of fucking, like, joy and energy, if I may.
I would say the main thing that's been bringing me joy and energy is playing bass.
Yeah.
Like, I've been getting real into it, and I've always been a musician, but just falling in love with this instrument, like, in every sense. Like, I love listening to it. I love thinking about it. I love playing it, touching it, looking it up, learning about it. Like, that's probably been the biggest thing, giving me a boost through all the, the bullshit going on. Yeah, I think that's probably maybe the only thing.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, well, comedy too, but it's not as comedy is fulfilling, but it scratches a way different, more selfish itch than bass, or just playing music. Like comedy scratches like an itch of performing, which I love.
Yeah,
that's why I started doing it. I've always loved being on a stage. Part of my personality.
It's a good feel.
And but with music, I don't even care about performing music. I just want to play it. Like I don't care if I'm jamming with my friends or if I'm like by myself playing it. And like the only thing that makes me upset these days or any kind of depressed is if I get home from work or wherever I'm at and I don't have enough energy to play bass. Yeah. I'm like I don't have to do anything but sit here, but I literally don't have the mental energy right now to sit down and play this instrument. So that's the only thing that really bums me out nowadays. So that I would have to say the bass is the main thing making me happy nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, I like my job okay sometimes. I like comedy a lot, but bass is like...
That's good.
That's the thing I look forward to.
Yeah.
And the thing I like want to talk about the most. Obviously, we just talked about...
the gear and shit.
Yeah, for a while.
Man, that's what's up, bud. That's it. Let's see. I don't know. I wanted to talk to you about this whole like Driscoll stay.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let me hit it. I haven't heard anything about it. So this will be good.
Man, like went to the Action Bronson show. I think that was like February, last day of February.
Yeah.
Hit that amazing fucking set, solid fucking NBA Leather Tour 2022, and then I decided to stay the night at the Driscoll haunted joint. You ever seen it?
No, never seen it. Yeah. The haunted. Sidebar, real quick. You saw the Cecil Hotel thing?
Cecil Hotel. What? Oh yeah.
That shit was. I read about that on the internet like soon after it happened, and watched that documentary.
Cali documentary, right?
Yeah,
it's out of California.
Yeah. Anyway, go on.
The elevator shot?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I got you. So yeah, stayed at the fucking Driscoll. It was excellent, man. Solo, just me. Checked in. It was a little bit like, I don't want to say terrified at the front desk, but I wasn't terrified, but I was ready for terror. You know what I'm saying? Going in, I knew.
Tower of Terror.
Yeah, I knew what the fuck was going down. So
is that what it's called?
Yeah, of it, the Disney ride. Yeah, the Tower of Terror. Yeah, that's a good ride though. I don't know if it's like still existent anymore though. I think they changed it to Disney World. It might be the same thing at Disneyland, but all right, back to the Driscoll. So I check in, I think a fucking Monday night, man. Monday fucking night, check in, park the wagon across the street, go in, check in, got all my shit, I took a fucking console to watch movies on. All right. So I already knew the setup. I was going to watch a little bit of The Shining. I was going to watch some fucking Tarantino films. I was just going to watch fucking any of the scary shit. Yeah. And I was on the 5th floor. I think shout out to room 540 at the Driscoll. You treated me right that night. I think that's what it was called. Just room was fucking sick. Just setup was sick. View was horrendous because it just
parking
looked
lot or
on
something? Yeah.
more of the building.
Yeah.
Just straight shot of the fucking building. Bathroom was a little small. I will say that. A little small. Shower was solid, but the bathroom was a
I'm
little
sure it's
small.
bigger than the one I got at home, so I'm
Yeah.
cool with it. Yeah.
But aside from that, it had a creepy vibe for sure. Walk the fucking halls and you just see all these fucking paintings.
Some twins on tricycles.
No, close. There was one painting of the girl that fucking died there.
Oh God, why do they have that?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's insane.
I don't know. I think her name was Samantha.
Dude, I bet people have died in here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Have you heard anything?
No, well, I know there. Well, I've heard some creepy shit, but I know for sure there was a hoarder. I don't know if she lived in my apartment or the one next to me.
Yeah.
But she like never left her apartment. Like the landlord would come talk. He told me about her. He would come talk to her, and she would open the door and like poke her head out. Never let him in. Never come out. And I'm pretty sure she died in there. I don't know why she wouldn't have died in here. I think about that sometimes. I'm like, I bet this place has been here since like the 40s.
Yeah.
I bet children have died in here. There's lead paint in there. But go on. They have the painting, the painting of the fucking death. Imagine if I have a painting of like a Victorian child that died in here.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be creepy as shit.
Yeah.
So I find this fucking painting, right? It's I knew what it looked like going in, but I knew it was on that floor. But just finding it was a fucking freak out. I was like, fuck, there's the fucking painting of the child. Creepy as shit, man. I think I got a fucking photo of that motherfucker. Let's see. But it was an excellent night, you know what I'm saying? Just to pop off down to the fucking Action Bronson set and to go back to the Driscoll and fucking really get it popping off there.
That's tight.
Had a solid little balcony smoke out in the morning after.
Nice.
Couple of little fucking pulls off one. And then hit breakfast downstairs at their little cafe, which
how was it?
Slammed.
I bet.
Simple fucking, let me get a cup of coffee, let me get a croissant, let me get a fucking
no waffle maker, no continental? All right.
No, hell no, fuck no. Oh, but they did have the Texas shaped waffle.
All right.
Almost got it, but didn't. So I just
hotel waffles hit different, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man, a hotel waffle. I've never had a better waffle than at a hotel.
No, this was from their cafe though. This is not
the people are making it. You don't have to make it, which might even be better. They're professionals.
For sure.
I fuck up a waffle almost every time.
The breakfast slammed and then fucking just rolled out.
I can make 3 or 4, throw a couple away.
It was definitely a fucking creepy stay for sure.
That's cool though, dude. I've never been. The nicest hotel I've ever been in was also in Austin.
Yeah.
It was what's the other nice hotel there? The Icon?
Fairmont?
No. It's one word too, like that. It's 4 letters, I think. It starts with an A or an I.
Aloft?
Maybe.
I don't know if there's one in Austin or
but
not.
I didn't stay there. My friend was staying there, and I just went up to his room for a while before we went out.
Can't be Aloft.
And I was like,
but I love a good Aloft.
I was like, oh my God. It was like nice.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell, dude? We were staying in the La Quinta.
Yeah.
Me and my friend, we were in the La Quinta, and we met up with him in his room, and I was like, oh, all right, you're on a different budget, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing a different holiday than I'm doing right now.
So that's a solid hotel story.
That's
but
sick.
I highly suggest if you can ever stay there one fucking night, go do it.
The best hotel stay I've ever had was probably, I think it was a Holiday Inn or something. Nothing crazy, but it was in Denver, and it might have been in Boulder, and we went skiing, and we went back to the hotel.
Yeah.
And we took acid, and we walked around. It wasn't Boulder. We walked around Boulder, and went back to the hotel, got in the hot tub, and then went back to the hotel, like room, and watched skiing documentary. That really cool one that's like filmed all cool with helicopters and stuff.
I haven't seen this.
I don't know what it's called. It was cool though.
Yeah.
We just went skiing. It was like I was just skiing earlier today, and now I'm watching these people like ski all gnarly. It was cool. That was the best hotel experience I've ever had.
Yeah.
Mostly I hate hotels. Dude, I've stayed in some hotels that were whoo. One time I went on a spring break with my friend's parents and him.
Yeah.
And we went to this hotel in like Alabama or Mississippi. Dude, it smelled so bad, like cigarettes. And like I had to share a bed with my friend, and like it was just like gross, dude. Yeah. Fucking nasty. I've stayed in some gnarly hotels.
Fuck.
I try not to think about it. That's like my nightmare. If I have a weird nightmare, it's gonna be in a weird, gross hotel. Yeah,
fuck,
that's like a TV or a movie set in like a seedy hotel. I'm like instantly I'm there. Like I feel it, you know.
Oh shit. All right, man. Well, we got to wrap this fucking thing up. All right. So
yeah, we've been rolling.
Yeah, we have definitely been rolling. My last fucking little segment for you, my last little question is just a general wrap up. Where can the Freaks and Geeks find you? Any last minute information, last minute updates, last things you want to say? Hit us.
Well, I'm on Instagram is How I Dougie, HOWIDOUGIE, and I'm trying to think about changing that. So if anybody has any ideas of a better, not necessarily Doug themed, but that would be cool. A Doug themed name would be cool. Oh yeah, and that'll be fun. I'm gonna be at Rudyard's this Monday, but this won't be out yet. That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll probably be at Rudyard's this coming Monday, whenever you're listening to this. So, Rudyard's in Houston, Texas. It goes 8 to about 11. Usually go up around 9:45. That's the best show in town, best room in town by far. Yeah, that's all I got going on.
Hell yeah.
Coming up.
That's what's up. Well, fuck, man, it was a pleasure. Loved coming out here. Loved the fucking sights, the fucking sounds.
Oh yeah, man.
Houston's another little league, bud.
Oh yeah, it really is. It's like its own little country to it over here. We're doing it big.
All right, man. We're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna close this out, and I'll hit you up in a little bit, Freaks and Geeks.
Peace.
Well, Freaks and Geeks, that's all she wrote. Once again, I want to thank our guest, Douglas Haseman, for hosting us out there in Houston. The first ever just fucking road trip on the road podcast. We made it fucking successful. It was a fucking awesome, lovely fucking time. Really appreciate it, Doug. Freaks and Geeks, make sure you hit him up. His Instagram and his Twitter handle, all that stuff's going to be in the show notes. How I Dougie, make sure you check him out. Like he said, every Monday, you Freaks and Geeks out there that are in the Houston area, the Louisiana area that can go support him when he's on the fucking stage, either doing stand-up or fucking playing bass. Make sure you do that. Again, you can catch him every fucking Monday at Rudyard's up in Houston. Make sure you hit that up. And I want to drop some fucking dates for his band Bird Law coming up in the near future. Bird Law is going to be at Megaton Brewery in Kingwood, February the 18th at 7 p.m. And you can also check out their band again, Bird Law, March the 3rd in Shreveport, Louisiana at 6 p.m. That's going to be at Shreve Station. All right. Go fucking support him, Freaks and Geeks, because he's always been down for the fucking podcast. Solid. Always coming fucking through. He came through to fucking record previously in the studio Life or Death. He did a fucking Zoom fucking podcast during the fucking vid, and then he hosted us on the fucking road in the beautiful fucking city of Houston, Texas. So make sure you go fuck with him. Hit him up. It was a hell of a podcast, fucking Doug. Much appreciation to you. Freaks and Geeks, episode number 30 is on the verge. Prepare for it. It is going to be a reoccurrence of a fucking lifetime. We're going to theme this episode. Whole episode is going to be talking about one subject matter. All right? So get ready. This one is one that's been well in the books. Very excited for this one. You're gonna love this guest. It's been a long time coming, and I'm very excited to present to you episode 30 next week. But you got to fucking get there first, Freaks and Geeks. All right. So, hit up that fucking podcast hotline, Freaks and Geeks. Last thing I do want to talk about that. Hit that podcast hotline. Any questions that you got, any personal questions, any questions you got for myself, any questions you got for the guest of the show, drop them on us. 512-522-3814. Now for the closing credits. Freaks and Geeks, thank you for listening. And remember, new episodes of the podcast are released every Wednesday at 6 a.m. Check it out. Do me a favor, go subscribe to the Doctor's Orders podcast on whichever podcast platform that you prefer. All right? Make sure you leave a comment and you rate the podcast while you're there subscribing. Also, hit me up on Instagram. And continue to tell freaks and geeks that you know about the podcast. Remember, the Doctor's Orders podcast is a Life or Death Studios production. Freaks and Geeks, until next time, we'll see you on the next one. Don't be late.